What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the Chapter 3 Season 4 review. And in today's video, I just kind of want to talk about what has happened in Chapter 3 Season 4 and what I'm going to have planned soon in like the next, probably around December. Since Christmas is indeed coming up, of course, I am wearing the Tyrone skin Christmas as of right now, as you can see in the gameplay. But, there's going to be a lot of stuff that is going to be happening. I'm probably going to have 2 new videos and possibly 1 live video on YouTube for the event, like I did with the Collision event, with the Chapter 3 Season 2 event. So I'm going to talk about the season right now. So at the start of the season, we actually had a pretty decent start. Like, Chapter 3 Season 3 had a bigger start, but Chapter 3 Season 4 had a little bit of an okay start. There were at least 1 new POI, but then eventually, throughout the season, there was some POIs that eventually got covered into Chrome a little bit, like Tilted did just recently, and then Sleepy Sound, and then there was also Condom Cannons and that stuff. So there was that. And we also got 2 new weapons added to the mix. I think there was unvaulted ones, such as the SMG suppressed that turned into epic and legendary now, which we never seen before. I think there was a rapid fire. I think we had that last season. But yeah, and then so what stuff that's new? We had the Everchrome bursting of Chrome shotguns. This is the first ever weapons that were added that you can level up. Like, you get at the start, you get them as a green, but you can turn them eventually into blue, epic, and legendary. You can get them all the way to mythic. And I think it was pretty important because the Herald's burst had around, it's basically the same thing, it's mythic, and it has 28 rounds. And those were broken. Like, I think it could, like, shoot out builds a lot. Like, it was really, really broken. But for some reason, they never really nerfed them by any means because of, like, not many people really using them as much. If it were to be, like, a full auto, then that would be kind of broken maybe as well, but I'm not really too sure. You guys can have your own opinions. Yeah. And also, the Herald, which I talked about, that, that teaser from that Chapter 3 Season 3, trailer, that ended up turning to be the Herald. So yeah, it got fully revealed. The boss was kind of hard, though, I'm not gonna lie. Just trying to defeat it was impossible. But the burst was insanely overpowered. And also, we also have the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass was sorta decent. I like the Spider one a lot. I never rocked the skin too much, but it was a really good top tier skin. It was probably definitely not one of the best ones. I mean, but I still liked it nonetheless, so it wasn't like a terrible skin by any means. And then, I'm trying to think of any other skins. We also had that Grizzly Bear skin. That was kind of decent. And there was like 2 Goths. Like, one of them became a transgender, one of them was the Meow Skulls. The other one was like, what was the tier 1 skin? I don't remember. It wasn't, I think the Battle Pass was somewhat mid. There were a couple good ones, but a couple of them that were just not wearable by any means. So it was kind of like, okay. I'm going to give it like a 6 out of 10, or a 5 out of 10. There was like probably 2 or 3 skins that I would usually rock. And there was also Bites too, which was also actually a good skin. Yeah. And also throughout the progression of the seasons, there was the Grapple Glove as well that just got released. And a lot of Chrome. The Chrome became overpowered. It became like one of the most used items throughout the start because it was new, but also was somehow helpful because, like, the movement in the game, it was so much faster. Like, it'll make you, like, run a little bit faster and stuff, so it was kind of nice. And also the Reality Tree died. So there was that. And then once the season started to progress a little bit, once you learned about all the new stuff, Fort Nightmares came into the play, and Fort Nightmares was really good. I mean, definitely wasn't like one of the best of the best. I mean, but sorry guys, my throat hurts really bad. Sorry, but yeah. We also had that wolf power, which was insanely broken. I mean, so yeah. So basically, what it did is that one of the new features is that you can go to this ritual around any of the map, and that you can do that ritual, and then his attack, and you basically attack people. But also, what makes it so broken is that there is this sense that you can use with it, and you can basically like howl, and they'll show like players' enemies' directions with the scent. It's like this scent that you have, and it was pretty broken with Four Nightmares until you removed it, of course, because Four Nightmares is over. And then throughout this month, nothing really has much change. So there was that. So yeah, that was kind of my honest thoughts. The season, I think it was really good. The Battle Pass was mid, but other than that, I think the season played out really well. And also, this was the start of my content, was just booming, like, almost automatically. Of course, I had, at the start, I had football, and I really liked it. But I think around November it ended, so I kind of had more time to do a little bit more content for a little bit. I also got Modern Warfare 2, which I kind of want to do my own separate review. Possibly once the Season 1 Battle Pass eventually ends. So, I might want to do that video maybe at some point I think it either ends around December or January. But by any means, and basically, let's just talk about YouTube in general. Because since I'm done talking about the season review, I think I'm going to say it's a 7 out of 10. It was a really, really good season. I'm going to say it's either 7 or 8. Look, I feel like just the content that we had in general was really fun, and I liked it. I didn't play as much around November because it's where the dead zone comes in, because there's no new content, there's like nothing at all. They just want to take a breather, which is expected. So I'm fine with that. And let's just talk about the YouTube in general. This was definitely much better. This was probably a success, and I really liked it. Compared to last season, from Chapter 3, Season 3, to now, I think it was a lot better. I think there were some ones that were low viewed because there was some where I just published them kind of like in bad timing. But by any means, I felt like that overall, I really like doing the YouTube content this year. Between the Smash or Pass videos or the Chung-Li bathwater on the end of it that became really successful, I'm so proud of that, and it's without you guys. And overall, I think this was when we hit 100 subs. This was the year we hit 100 subs, which I was going for. And we did it. And now we're slowly going up. We're now at 108 subscribers. So I think around plus 10, I think, at some point. So it was definitely a success by any means. There was a couple new content. I'm excited to see what I'm going to do throughout this next December and January and all that other stuff. Also, I've been streaming a shit ton on Twitch. A lot on Twitch. You guys can go check me out. The link will be in the description. You guys have basically gotten me into massive success on the YouTube platform. And also, Fortnite in general has gone big. I've got Modern Warfare 2, which I might post a little bit new content on. And speaking of Modern Warfare 2, I also have some clips about it. I actually have some clips around the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all the YouTube success that I've had throughout the past 2 months. You guys have made a smash success. But it's not over. I'm creating a Chapter 3 review on it and about my entire YouTube timeline throughout Chapter 3. So I'll see you guys there. And, yeah. I don't know. Peace.
Target marked! Copy that. Sparrow 6 inbound for SAE.
Oh, I got quad! Oh, no!
Good effect on target.
Crosshair, target marked!
Solid copy. Sparrow 6 launching SAE. Inbound.
Switching mags!
There we go. Oh my god, the quad feed. That is another quad for me, buddy.
Solid work.
fucking no skill bitch, bro. Fucking delete the game, you pussy bitch.
You're trash,
You can justify all you fucking want, you fucking garbage bitch. You have no guts, you got a fucking land pro, you can't do the little bitch you are, you fucking bitch. Delete the game, you bum.
You negative.
You fucking bitch.
Bums. Bums.